Hello. Today we'll be talking about Seaborn's PairGrid class. This bears the same relationship to PairPlot as JointGrid had to JointPlot. It's a class which exposes the underlying graphical object but doesn't give you any defaults so that you can customize it more. The data set we'll use is iris again. And when we plot with no parameters, we see just a blank grid. The only thing it's getting out of the pandas data frame right now is the labels. If we want to duplicate what PairPlot does, we'll use the scatter and the hist functions from matplotlib. So recall, JointPlot used the Seaborn function distplot because it looks a little better than hist. So we can substitute any function in here for the diagonal and off-diagonal elements. Since every pair of columns is shown twice on the grid, we can get more use out of our real estate by separating the upper and the lower functions using map upper and map lower. Just like with PairPlot, we can pass a hue parameter, which will give us a third dimension of data represented with color. Map diag and map upper and map lower all take additional parameters which will be passed to whatever function you pass them for rendering. Here I want to pass shade equals true to KDE plot to make the graphs less cluttered, and shade lowest equals false so they don't cover each other up. In addition to the map functions of various kinds, there's also an add legend, which does what you'd expect, puts a legend based on color. Similar to JointGrid, we can create our own function if we want some special behavior. The interface is a little bit more complicated. I need to pass a label and a color parameter. I have access to the particular part of the plot using the getCurrentAxis function, GCA, and here I'm going to shade the background based on the correlation between the two variables. Core is a method on the pandas series type. The default is the Pearson correlation coefficient, which will be between -1 and 1. What I need for a color is between 0 and 1. So it's going to be RGB values between 0 and 1, with 1 being maximum saturation. And all the channels will be the same value to give me a gray.